You really don't need fancy stationery to journal. Every time I open the internet and search for journaling, all I see is these beautiful and perfect aesthetic setups. Expensive pens, handmade leather covers, washi tapes and stickers. And honestly, it feels like you can't journal without spending a lot of money. Hi, I'm Tarun and I've been using these pocket notebooks for more than a year now. One of its major use is journaling. There's a lot going around journaling on the internet. Everyone teaches different things, different setup, different layout, different prompts, but one thing remains same: the aesthetics and beauty. Every setup you see online just seems perfect. Every setup you see online seems just perfect. Not even a single cut, no mistakes ever. Just a perfect page with beautiful handwriting. It sometimes feels like these are written by godly creatures and not humans. These things make you more conscious and doubtful about your own handwriting and setup. But don't worry, I'm here to tell you something really important but rather simple. A lot of people never start journaling because they think their handwriting is not perfect or they don't own the right kind of notebook or the perfect pen for it. They feel like their pages won't look aesthetic like the one online. Stationery brands and social media push this idea that your notebook should be perfect and pretty. Like if it's not Instagram worthy, it's not valid. And that's completely false. The truth is, journaling was never about the tools, it was about you and your thoughts. Some of my most meaningful and important pages are in these cheap pocket notebooks that cost me less than a cup of tea. The thing is, when you don't have fancy tools, you actually focus more on writings. You're less scared of ruining the page. When I'm using these pocket notebooks with a cheap pen, I don't hesitate before scribbling something down. I'm not trying to impress anyone, I'm talking to myself via paper. It's like keeping a little pocket mirror that's a little bit scratched and unpolished. It doesn't make you look glamorous, but it shows the truth. For me personally, these messy pages with cross out words, arrows, and circles are more real than any perfectly decorated spread. You don't need a perfect leather notebook to journal, you just need honesty and a pen that works. For example, these pocket notebooks. A single pocket notebook cost me maybe like 30 to 40 rupees. Nothing special, but inside it contains my best design ideas, my raw draft poetry, and my best memories. If I waited to buy the perfect notebook or the perfect pen for journaling, I would have missed these opportunities. I would have missed capturing these moments. And you know what's funny? Some of my favorite and most beautiful notebooks are still empty. I've never managed to write anything in them. Because the moment I open them, I feel this little pressure that whatever I put inside should be worthy of the notebook. It feels like I'll ruin it with my bad handwriting or half-filled ideas. And this anxiety can really freeze you. You keep waiting for the right moment, for the right entry, but the moment never comes. And in the end, the notebook just sits silently, looks beautiful on a shelf but completely empty. And that's what I've come to realize. It's better to have a cheap notebooks with imperfect pages rather than having an expensive notebook that's completely blank. So if you have been delaying journaling because you don't have fancy stationery, the value of your notebook is not how it looks from outside. It's in what you put inside. If you have your own journaling method or a specific notebook in which you journal, please drop a comment down below. I would really love to hear from your side. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.